What's on their mind? What should you do next? And where is this love story going? Let's find out together. Hey, welcome to the channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. Today we're diving into a pick a card love oracle reading to look at the truth about your connection, whether you're in a relationship, in separation, or wondering about someone special. This reading will bring you clarity. I've shuffled and pulled out all the cards for each pile and laid them out here before you. And I've also laid out 3 crystals as the decider. So group number 1, I've chosen the crystal green Adventurine. I'm going to take a look at that. The properties of this crystal are strength, confidence, courage and happiness. Group number 2, I've chosen red jasper, which is has a very grounding energy. It eliminates distractions, procrastinations, is really helpful in getting one focused on their dreams and desires. Sorry, the camera quality isn't the best. I am working on getting a better one, but this is it for now. And group number 3, we have the beautiful rose quartz, which is traditionally connected and associated with love and healing and has a very gentle energy. So take a breath, center yourself, and whichever pile or crystal that you were drawn to, this is the reading for you, and you will find a link to your reading in the description box below. But let's dive in. Hey group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the green Adventurine crystal, or maybe just was drawn to this particular pile, which I have laid out all the oracle cards. We do have 1 tarot card in here just to bring an extra layer and bring in another dimension, but they are predominantly, there is 3 love oracle decks here that I'm using. Let's dive straight in though. So this is placement number 1 here, and this is your person's thoughts and feelings about you, about this connection. So what's on their mind when they think of you? How do they truly feel in their heart? So this is kind of always like to go to a deeper level of maybe even what they're presenting to you and manifesting to you. So the first card we have is Inner Peace, which brings in a lovely energy. We have the tarot card, Major Arcana, Strength. Also, I'm just going to give you a close look at that love oracle there. Then we have Blowing Kisses, Unconditional Love, Giving and Receiving, Fairness and Love, Affection Returned. And a message, Finding Out the Truth Crushed Me. Interesting. So let's start off with this, the Inner Peace, okay? So their thoughts and feelings about you. Let's remember this placement, okay? And what comes through to me straight away, so if you're having any issues or problems, that for those of you that are in that situation, what I saw and what I feel is that they don't think that you are as bothered as maybe that you are, okay? You still seem to be, to me, this kind of inner peace. It's like you're still getting on with your life. You're still doing your thing. Kind of this person looks like they're on a lunch break at work, they're journaling, they're kind of content, and we have the quote, you are enough. So this to me kind of says as well that maybe this is true as well, that you are just getting on with your life, and the problems that are going on between you two are not, you seem to be handling them, managing them. Maybe your person is feeling though that they would like you to be more bothered, to be upset, to, even for some of you, for them, they would like to see you struggle in some ways, and this would show to them that you care about the problems that you're experiencing. For those of you that don't necessarily have issues, but you're just wondering how they see you and how they feel, then again, this kind of independent spirit that has come through, you have your peace, you have your inner peace. It's actually a very strong position to be in. And again, this quote, you are enough. So it's like this thing that maybe if it was a new relationship, maybe that you're getting off the vibes, yeah, it would be nice to connect. But you know, there's not, I haven't got too much riding on this. Like, I can continue on my own life. I have my own interests, my own passions, my own life. Yeah. So it's a want, not a need. And this may be very true as well, that you feel this, so that's a good place to come from. So tell what resonates with that. Some of you may be like, they kind of are a bit irked that you're just, you know, getting on with things, or they think that that's what you're doing. If you are doing that or not, you might be doing a really good job of pretending that you're got it all together, and inside you might be crumbling, but they're certainly not picking up on that. They're not getting that. And then here again, this is you coming through of how they see you, how they feel about you as a very strong person. Someone who, whatever happens in this connection, you know, you've done an exceedingly good job, group number one, at giving off these vibes that, you know, you're not bothered, you don't really care, you're a very strong person, and you've got your own life and your own ambitions and your own plans going on. You have the courageous lion here as well. It makes me think of this green adventuring crystal that was connected to this pile, which is strength, confidence, courage and happiness, which we see in both these cards. Yeah, is what I'm giving off, and this is how your person sees you, someone who is strong, confident, courageous and happy. So actually very good vibes. Interesting read for those of you who are having troubles maybe, and that they, I mean, still positive in the sense that they see you in a good light, but part of me, for those that this connects and resonates with, is that they kind of would like to see you crack a bit more. Then we have blowing kisses. So unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. This could be you again, kind of holding a strong position. If this is your expectations, that they know that what you want would be all of these things: equal give and take, fairness and love, affection returned. Okay, so for some of you, you may have set a boundary, being strong, you know, holding on to your peace. They know that there's feelings there. They know that this connection is, there is romance here, there is love here, there are deep feelings here. But they also know that if they're going to interact with you, if they're going to pursue this relationship, whatever stage that you're at, then they know that this is what you expect. And then again, a very strong stance from you. So I feel like you've made a very positive and powerful impact actually on this person, and feel like you've done a lot to get this message across to them, that you have maybe made some tough choices, some tough decisions, really stuck to your guns and held on to your personal power. And they have heard this loud and clear, that you have your standards high, and that's who you are, and that's what we're sticking to. So if they're going to interact with you and have a relationship with you, then, you know, they need to really step up. Now, this is a message from them as well, sort of if they could speak, you know, through me to you. Finding out the truth crushed me. So for some of you, something may have happened that ran into problems, and there's some pain and there's some hurt here from them. Could have happened between you two. Take what resonates if you know your personal circumstance, and if something was unearthed, something came up and it did hurt them, they may have pretended as well that it didn't bother them. I'm also getting that message, but it did hurt them. Something hurt them, something crushed them. But I'm also hearing as well that this could be something outside of this connection that crushed them. It could be a past relationship, a past connection where maybe someone betrayed them in a way. A recent, you know, say a last relationship, something like that, where there was some cheating or there was some kind of betrayal and some truth that was unearthed that really impacted them and crushed them. So they could be coming to you in this connection still from this place, still bringing this baggage, still bringing this energy with them, and that may be affecting their behavior and how they are acting out. Maybe the issue might not lie with you, between you, but it's like that they bring this with them. Okay. There's no excuse though, in the sense of if they're kind of bringing their issues to put them on you. I'm not excusing them in any way, but this is something maybe for you to be aware of, that part of them, you know, even if they need to, you know, maybe do some more healing, part of them at the moment is still damaged by that crushing that they experienced. Like I say, it might be in your connection, it might be in the past from someone else. Interesting start to this reading, group number 1. Let's move on to placement 2, which is, this is what can you do to get the outcome that you want in this relationship. So I decided to focus on that because you will know your thoughts, your feelings around this. But what would be more useful is some kind of personal guidance. If there's an energy shift that needs to happen, an action that needs to happen, whatever result that you want in this connection, what's brought you to this reading, we'll look at, so what can you do to get the outcome that you want? If it's reconciliation, if it's for this relationship, the connection to deepen and grow. Love Oracle, we have life purpose. Beautiful energy, beautiful. Tarot card, the Knight of Pentacles. Nice, nice, nice. The butterfly. And the Oracle, we will be together again. Nice. Life purpose. This to me says that you need to recognize what you're putting out. Okay, it's a strong vibration, it's a magnetism. You've got an open heart, which is great to see. Or we need to embody this open heart for those of you that feel like maybe you've closed your heart on your own journey. So take what resonates with that. But this kind of almost reminds me of the Empress Tarot card. It's someone who has a lot to offer, a lot to give. There's something as well maybe about admitting, being honest with yourself about the depth of feeling that you have for this person. Because we see here that you've been putting up a very good front for some of you. Or this indeed may be very true, that you're independent spirit. You are fine on your own, which is actually a fantastic quality, to want a relationship and not need. But also there's something in here about, I feel like, recognizing that it's okay to have big feelings for someone. Maybe recognize that for this person that you've brought to this reading, you've come to this reading about, is to recognize your depth of emotion, because we have an open heart here. There's a lot of feeling going on in this card to me. There's almost a reservedness here as well, just in her expression, that jumps out to me. Maybe trying to hide how you feel. It's okay to take your time to reveal and get close to someone, but try to be honest with yourself as well about what you're feeling, and that it's okay to like this person, want to be with them, to love this person. You may even have been making that transition that you actually love this person. There feels to me here, this is part of your journey, this is part of your life path. We have life purpose here. Okay, so this person has come into your life for a reason, to open your heart, maybe to get in touch with wanting to be with someone. That can be scary. Tarot card, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So if we go back to what do you need to get the outcome you want, so this is admit how you're feeling, open your heart, let this person in. Knight of Materials is also being able to take your time. Okay, Knight of Materials is to get what you want. Okay, we need to keep progressing, but it's okay to progress slowly. That's the Knight of Materials. Okay, we don't want to grind to a halt, we want to keep things moving. But it's also, there's not this, maybe for some of you there feels almost like this stop start energy, that maybe in the past you've moved too fast and then things have kind of imploded, or you have held back completely and just pushed someone away. And we're trying to find the balance here, we're trying to find the sweet spot of give yourself the grace to take your time, to take it slow, but also not so slow that we're not moving. Okay, we need to keep pushing ourselves a bit out of our comfort zone, because this is something good. Okay, this connection feels positive, there's lots of growth here, there's flowers, it feels like there's some personal growth. This is an opportunity for you to change and grow as a person, and somehow open up on a deeper level, allow someone in on a deeper level. Because then we have the Butterfly, which is a card about transformation. I feel like that you are the butterfly and you are going through a transformation, evolving and growth. Next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. So old wounds for some of you. This is going back to that we're letting someone in and allowing some healing to take place. Okay, how risky and scary that is, but this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to evolve and grow. Group number one. Because then we have this quote, we will be together again. And I feel like this is keeping this state of mind. So maybe the fear of opening up is that you will lose this person. Okay, but this is the state of mind that you need to be in. If anyone's in a no contact situation, we still need to be doing these. It may feel counterintuitive, but we still need to be doing all these things of maintaining an open heart and holding and manifesting this in our mind, the self-belief that we will be together again. Take this away from this reading if you want this quote, and when you have those feelings of self-doubt, worry, fear, panic, of in those dark moments of thinking that you may not reconnect, and that this is over, or even for those that the connection, you know, is maybe going too slow, whatever your situation is, the kinks in that need to be worked out. Yeah. Say this to yourself: we will be together again, as a kind of mantra. So this is about mental discipline and state of mind. Interesting energies here. And finally, let's go to placement 3, which is the future, the outcome of the connection. Where is this connection heading? So we get to peek to the future, and what's the likely outcome based on current energies? I'm very curious to see. We have the card self-respect. Nice energy. Tarot card, Major Arcana, the Hermit. So we've had 2 Major Arcanas in this spread, which tells me this is, like we've seen, this is a powerful connection between you and this person. There is many opportunities, I feel like, for learning and growth on both sides. Love call, that communication coming through. And I hid who I really am from you, which I feel like this is going on from both sides. That there is something about we need to be more open and honest. Okay, let's go to the Oracle card, self-respect. Self-respect, okay, is like this balance, this fine balance, almost like this fine path here. You know, it's a bit of a tricky path, isn't it? It's very high up. It's got nothing to hold on to. We're just walking from here, but this is where we want to get to. So this is the outcome that we want, the kind of happily ever after. Even it looks a bit like fairy tale castle here. Yeah. The spirit will guide you here. We've got this light here. So those that are watching, tap into spirit, whatever way that you can, whatever way that you do, through prayer, meditation, yoga, you know, whatever it is that you do, to tap into that higher self, that voice that will never take you wrong. Okay, that will never guide you wrong. But with it being the card of self-respect, this feels like this fine balance between having boundaries, being an independent spirit, an independent person, but also having an open heart and not pushing people away, not being hyper vigilant about protecting yourself, about continuing to, just like this, if I can get this card, it doesn't want to come up. If I can get this Knight of Materials, just like this Knight of Materials, we walk carefully but steadily this path, this fine line path. So this is the future and about being able to achieve this. Okay, so you can achieve what you want, you can get what you want from this relationship. We are working towards this castle, which is the connection, the union. To me, it represents but we have a ways to go on this journey, which is about keeping our boundaries but also keeping an open heart. And that, to me, is like the perfect sweet spot and of self-respect. Okay, because we can't protect ourselves from getting hurt. If we are going to let someone in, there is that potential that we will be hurt, but we can still be, it doesn't mean we have to give everything away and be a doormat. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes clear the message that I'm trying to get across here, because the Hermit card also backs this up, because the Hermit card is when we have gone inside, okay, the answers that you seek, the answers to the questions here is it's about the Hermit's all about introspection and getting to know yourself and understanding yourself. And again, that kind of balance of being comfortable with your own company, enjoying your own time, but also we're not going to live in isolation. That how to truly stop yourself from being hurt from other people is just to not interact and just completely retreat and cut off everyone. That's kind of the only way to almost guarantee not being hurt. Okay, we don't want to live that life. Well, some people do, but like, I'm not suggesting that you do. So the Hermit, again, this path, this finely trodden path, this cautious path, where we walk that line of being okay on our own, just like the Hermit can be comfortable in their own company, but we also need to let people in and have an open heart. And again, I see that this is you actually achieving that with these two cards, but that's kind of what with the issue that we're working on. Maybe with your other person as well, this can be happening on both sides. And then we have the love call, which, so for those of you that are in no contact, this is communication coming through. This is the promise of that. Or to me, if you are both in contact but you're kind of waiting on someone to confirm their feelings, then this is also the promise of that, because it says expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Okay, so this is your person coming through and letting you know how they feel for you and bringing that confirmation, okay, of the depth of feeling that they have for you. And if you can also reciprocate that, I would say, at that time when that does happen. And then here we have, just to circle back to this, I hid who I really am from you. So a bit of that, like I said, that I felt going on both sides. So this is about being more open and honest with each other, which I think will happen in this pivotal moment of this. Not just once, but there'll be a breakthrough moment, yeah, when this comes through, and then it opens that door. We have an honest conversation with this love call, maybe face to face, you know. So group number 1, that was your reading. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up, leave any comments down below, and please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, so you'll be notified for all future uploads. But wishing you all the best with you and your person. Love and light. Hey group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose the lovely crystal red jasper, all about grounding and eliminating distractions, getting focused. I have, which I'll put to the side for one now, to the side, I have shuffled, obviously, and put out all your cards already. I'm using 3 different oracle decks, and I have snuck in some tarot here just to bring an extra layer and dimension for your reading. But let's dive in. Placement number 1, which is looking at your person's thoughts and feelings about you right now. Where is their head at? How do they truly feel about you in their heart? Let's take a look. We have the oracle card Chivalry. Nice energy. A major arcana, the Fool. Old School. And the message, I bury myself in work to forget you. So I feel this is a very positive energy with chivalry. So whatever your circumstances, even if you're in no contact, even if you're having struggles, some of you, I know it might be a kind of a new connection, want to see how it goes, okay? But take what resonates with this, but it can apply to whatever your situation is going on, that this person, however they are acting in the 3D and manifesting, there is some desire and hope to make this work. Okay, chivalry is about making effort to me. Okay, it's about, you see how well dressed this person is. They have this offering of red roses, which is like romance, love, obviously that's what it represents. They also are surrounded by really things that they have, what I feel like is, it's like almost trying to impress you. You know, they've brought their horse, they have, you know, their castle behind them. Obviously this is kind of a fantastical oracle image here, but the energy that it brings is wanting to impress, wanting to, very much caring about how they are perceived, I think, by you. So even if things have, you know, you've gone into struggles and troubles, nonetheless, they are still wanting to get this across to you, okay, that there's someone, what I feel like is there's someone, they want you to want them. That's a big thing for them. They do care about what you think a lot. They want to make a good impression. They maybe want to right some wrongs as well. So if they've messed up, I feel like maybe they feel a bit embarrassed about this and a bit, yeah, embarrassed, that they want to kind of forget about this, move on, and change the impression that maybe they've made on you. Or if this is a new connection, you know, this is just someone who has the intention and is engaged in wanting to make this work and put in that effort. Again, want to make a good impression on you though. And then we have the tarot card, Major Arcana, the Fool. With it being a Major Arcana, this means that there is a strong energy pull between you both. Makes it extra kind of potent and brings an intensity to it whenever we see a Major Arcana. The Fool card is all about taking a risk. Again, it's about this kind of, they want to, I do see that they want to make this work with you and they are prepared to take some risks. The Fool card is about taking a leap of faith, okay? Not needing to have all the answers, not needing to have things kind of set in stone necessarily. They're kind of ready to, there's a feeling here that they're ready to go for this, and take a risk. So whatever that means, whatever stage you're at with that, okay, this leap of faith is, they're now ready for this, okay? They want to make this work. They want to go for it. And they kind of past caring a bit about where this lands. You know, because falling in love or committing to someone, taking that next step, if it was moving in together or if it was even just having a confession of love, of their feelings, they're at that point now where they want to go for it, even if they fall flat on their face. They don't really care. They're going for it, okay? I'm interested by this card, which is old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head, replaying events over in your head. So if we think this is their thoughts and feelings about you, they maybe, this is what's brought on this leap of faith, that they've, maybe troubles that you've had in the past, they now see as outdated, is really what comes through to me. They've reached, I really get a sense of them reaching this point of whatever they've been doing kind of up to now, that maybe hasn't worked for them, that maybe, so this could be past relationships. If this is a new connection, it's like wanting to do something different with you. With you, they want to do things differently. Or if this has been more of a long-term connection, you keep running into hurdles, problems, then they are tired, yeah, of doing that, and this is outdated. They've outgrown it. They know that you have as well. And there's wanting again that kind of fresh start. The Fool, let's do things differently, okay? Or some shift of like whatever that thing that was blocking you, they get that it's outdated, old school to them now, okay? They've reached that point. We do have this, I bury myself in work to forget you. This could have been the if you're in no contact or if you're in struggling, this just may be for some of you about how they're dealing and coping with that distance, that they're just burying themselves in work to forget you because, you know, they're wanting this to happen, they're ready, but who knows where in the timeline, the process, you know, is all personal to you of what's going on for that. So there is maybe there'll be some time lapse, a time gap where they are working themselves up to this, or they are waiting for you to respond, or they may, you know, this may take time, you know, that they want to take this leap of faith off a cliff, but you might not be ready, you know, whatever's going on for you. So in this, how they deal with this, the anxiety, the frustration, the waiting period, whatever is bringing that waiting, is they bury themselves in work to forget you. Moving on to the placement 2, group number 2, which is this placement is what can you do to get the outcome that you want. I thought that would be the most useful question to ask because, you know, looking at how you feel, etc., we probably, you know, you probably know how you feel, okay, about this person and what you want. So let's have a look how we can get to that, okay? What can you do? It could be an energy shift, or there could be an action to bring you the result. So we'll see what it says. Ooh, worthiness, okay. Self-worth, vision of ourselves. Oh, Queen of Emotions, Queen of Cups, this is in the traditional deck. Beautiful. Seeing your own beauty, group number 2. Seeing how, you know, how amazing that you are, really. Soulmates, understanding the connection. I want to tell you how I feel. Worthiness, you know, kind of self-explanatory here, but being able the vision of yourself, okay, keeping it real in the sense, okay, of being able to really see your value and worth and confidence. If this situation has tested you in this, or if this is maybe things from the past that have influenced your confidence and self-worth. For some of you, there may be issues around that going on in connection with this person, okay? Or for some of you where this is a new connection, you know, when we like someone, worthiness can come up, okay? Confidence, yeah, for sure. There can be a lot of self-doubt that creeps in. We begin to sort of over-analyze ourselves terribly sometimes, to a crippling extent, when we are being perceived by another and sort of trying to control that, and our self-worth being caught up with another. So this is just trying to stay centered and trying to stay grounded throughout these feelings, because we have the Queen of Emotions, where there are maybe a lot of big feelings, deep feelings going on around this person. Queen of Emotions is someone who is able to feel big feelings and is able to process them. It's not about repression. So, you know, we can, you know, cry if you need to cry, but don't become reactionary to this situation, I would say, to your own feelings, because if we have big feelings for someone, it can make us act out of alignment in a way, kind of lose our center, drawn to this center here. this woman's like literally in so much in her feelings that she's under the sea. She's in the feelings, okay? But can you see how strong she is standing? How she is still proud, still is strong, you know, has grace, all of those things. So whatever you're feeling right now, however much the intensity is, let's focus on staying centered, feeling the feelings. So we're not trying to stop feeling them, how we do about this person, about the situation. We're not trying to manipulate our emotions and squash our feelings. We're letting them flow like the ocean through us. Okay, look there, there's a hole in this woman here, actually in her heart space, where the ocean can pass through, flow, so the emotions can flow through her. Because then we do have soulmate energy, soul connection, understanding that this is, so if you've been feeling that this is a soulmate connection, this is confirmation of that, I believe. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. So if you're feeling big feelings, this makes sense, okay, because it's a soulmate connection. That's why. So believe in this, understand this. You may already know this, but this is just spirit who is coming through to say, yeah, that's what's going on here. Maybe that's why all these emotions are so heightened, because this is a soul contract. This may be a past life connection, or just someone who you've come into this life where you've agreed to go on this journey together, maybe for a season, maybe for a lifetime, okay? Life partner. And then this other oracle card, I want to tell you how I feel, which I feel like is just touching on and expressing about you. It's okay to share how you feel as well when the timing feels right, to stay open and in the most mature and real way, when the timing is right. Group number 2, do be honest and do share your feelings. Make sure there's something about the timing that feels like, you know, be mindful of the timing, not too soon, not too late. You'll have to trust your intuition on that one about the timing, divine timing. But you could ask spirit as well for the right opportunity if you want to tell this person how you feel, but you don't know how, you don't know when. So ask spirit for the ideal opportunity to bring that in for you, I would say. And then once that moment arrives for you, you'll know, okay, it's almost like time slows down and you'll know that it's the right time. So final placement, which is we look to the future, group number 2. So future outcome of the connection. Where is this connection headed? What's the likely outcome based on the current energies? We have, the distorted masculine. Interesting. We have 7 of emotions. We have not enough. And we have you and I were too young. So this distorted masculine here is when we can tread into territories of, you know, if we think of the divine masculine in its most healthy state, is being able to, in many ways I see, being able to take charge of a situation, being able to take action at the right time, kind of make something happen, get something off the ground. Now in this card there is some confusion here, the distorted masculine, so it's like as if this energy is slightly turned on its head, because then we have this Seven of Emotions tarot card, which is also a card that can talk about some confusion. And interestingly, you chose, it just makes me think of this crystal at this point, because this red jasper is about that, almost like confusion, distractions, and needing to stay focused and stay grounded. So I feel like this is just reiterating in a way about needing to stay focused on the goal, not get lost in the feelings, not get go back to old cycles, old habits. We have the issue of worthiness here that comes up again. Someone or both of you, what could be influencing this connection in a negative way is like issues around self-worth that still need to be worked on, feeling not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, frustrations. And Seven of Emotions is about, again, kind of getting lost and confused in the feelings and not being able to hold strong and communicate to each other exactly what's going on for each other, and keeping that line of communication open, and taking charge of the situation as well, so not letting it run away from us. So this is something to be mindful of as we move towards the future, group number 2, because there is so much good energy here. There is so much readiness in your person, ready to take a risk, wanting to make it up to you, impress you, make this offer of love. They want to leave the past behind. Yeah. There is, I can see from you, a lot of feelings. This is a soulmate connection. So there is deep feelings for you as well. So yeah, the connection is powerful, and the only thing that I feel like will take you off track is not being able to push past our own issues. Okay, our own issues being maybe for you issues around self-worth, for them about leaving old patterns, outdated thinking in the past. The distorted masculine being, like I say, about confusion, backed up with this Seven Emotions. Something is messing up the energy, okay? And it feels self-sabotaging energy. We can really kind of, people can be really good at self-sabotaging a good thing. So be mindful of that, okay? Try to stick to the path, try to stay centered, try to stay grounded, not be overwhelmed by our feelings, and continue to speak the truth. And this will keep us right, okay? And trust our intuition. Because this, you and I were too young, feels like that, this is just really a metaphor about with being too young. It's the timing was off in the past for many of you. So maybe you ran into these problems before in the past, and you get another run at this, you get another go at this. So let's not repeat old patterns, okay? Again, if this is a new relationship, let's not repeat things that we've done in the past that have sabotaged previous potential connections. Yeah, so handle with care with this connection, group number 2. It feels like there is a lot of potential here, but we really need to continue the journey and personal growth journey, continue to work on ourselves and keep a close eye on that, or we may fall off the path. That could be one of you, that could be both of you. Take what resonates with that, yeah? It's more than likely it's probably both of you that I'm feeling, okay? So let's protect this connection and try to avoid self-sabotage. I will end it there. Group number 2, I hope this reading resonated for you. Please do give this video a like. If you enjoyed this reading, leave any comments down below. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, so you'll be notified for all future uploads. But wishing you all the best with you and your person. Love and light. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose the beautiful crystal rose quartz. Like we said, very gentle energy and connected traditionally to love and romance. I will put that to the side. I have laid out all your cards. So we have 3 placements, and I'm using 3 different love oracle decks, and I have snuck in a bit of tarot just to bring in an extra layer and dimension, bringing through your messages. But let's dive in. Placement number 1 is your person's thoughts and feelings about you right now. So what's on their mind when they think of you? How do they truly feel in their heart? So let's dig in. Beautiful. Dating. Prince Charming. It almost looks like to me, doesn't it? Prince Charming. Tarot card. Oh, interesting. Different kind of element there. 3 of voices we have. The Chaser. And the message from them, I hide behind material things. Interesting mix of energies here, because we start with this love oracle card and dating. It looks like such a, you know, traditional, harmonious, romantic scene. Yeah. This is their thoughts and feelings about you. So they want to connect with you. They want to spend time with you. Doesn't matter about, you know, dating can suggest it's about the beginning of a relationship. For some of you, it may be. But it's dating is something that we should do throughout all our, however long that you've been with someone. Yeah. So if you've been married for 20 years, we're still trying to sort of harness this kind of romance and tenderness and love that the word kind of dating brings to mind. It makes me think of effort, of ideas, of, you know, what can we do to make something special for one another. So I do feel like, you know, if you're in no contact, even though they're not manifesting these feelings necessarily, this is, you know, we're going to a deeper level, okay, of how do they truly feel in their heart. I feel like they want to have these special moments with you. You're somewhat up on a pedestal even here as well, with this kind of up on this balcony, and they're lower down. There's just that element of it that jumps out to me about them feeling maybe like, I don't know, for some of you, maybe they've messed up. There's a kind of apologetic, you know, bringing flowers kind of vibe, wanting to be forgiven, wanting to make up for something that they've done. And you're being receptive, you're open to this, so they want that as well. They want to bridge this gap. If there is a gap, they want to bridge it. If it's a new connection, new love, then it's just they want to deepen this connection, have precious moments with you, all of that good stuff. But then we have this 3 of voices, which is about some pain, some healing, okay? So for those of you that have run into difficulties, the 3 of voices says that so this is their thoughts and feelings about you. They may know that they've hurt you. They may feel hurt themselves by you. Take what resonates with that. Because for most of you, I feel like it's that they've hurt you, because there's this, what I touched on here about there being some kind of element of forgiveness kind of springing out to me, them feeling like they've messed up. So three voices is that they know that they've hurt you. They know that you will need time and healing still more to get beyond this, okay? Get beyond this bad patch, if that's where we find ourselves. For others, if this is a newer connection, it could be that maybe you've shared some past hurts about what you've been through, or maybe intuitively they pick up on some kind of past hurt, past wound that we carry that you're still recovering from. This pain still feels fresh, pretty fresh, okay, whatever you've gone through. Even if it's from the past, okay, like childhood wounds that when we are dating can often come up to the surface. Letting someone in is scary, you know, so they may recognize this in you. Take what resonates with that, with your situation. Some healing needs to happen here. They know that they've hurt you or that you carry some wounds. We have the chaser, which is fear of abandonment, chasing, codependencies. Interesting. So they may feel that they are chasing you. If this is some kind of, you have this fear of abandonment, that you may push, what comes from is that you may be pushing them away. Because this is what's on their mind, okay? So I don't feel like necessarily that they're in this fear of abandonment and codependency kind of energy. There's this sense, I feel like, that they feel like that they're trying to chase you down. There's some kind of this work and effort again that needs to happen. So if they've messed up, maybe they feel as well that they're having to chase you down to try and get some kind of forgiveness here. This is divine timing as well, so if this isn't happening yet, this can be coming down the line in the near future. And then a message from them, something that's going on from their side, how they are kind of manifesting maybe their issues and dealing with whatever's going on in this connection, is that they hide behind material things. So they do have their own walls up that we see. Maybe afraid to be vulnerable themselves, and that they hide behind, it could be they hide behind work, they hide behind just stuff connected to worldly things, whatever that may be that they say to you, to kind of busy themselves or be avoidant of certain feelings, is that they are hiding in some ways about and not being afraid to be vulnerable themselves. They're almost distracting as well. I kind of say like that they're looking very much at you, in the sense of that they're not really doing much introspection on themselves, I would say as well. They kind of see that maybe you are in some pain. They want to make it up to you. They feel like maybe they need to chase you down, which is all very true, I feel like. But also there's, you know, what's brought you to this situation as well, that maybe they're not doing much introspection at this point, and that can be an aspect that they might need to work on. But let's move on to placement number 2, which is, what can you do to get the outcome that you want? So this is about personal guidance for you. There may be, is there an energy shift that needs to happen within you, or an action maybe that needs to happen? So I wanted to mix this up a bit and not look at your feelings, because I imagine that you know your feelings. So just be and just be honest here about what it is that you want to be the outcome, and then this portion of the reading will tell you kind of how to get there and how to get that. So if it's reconciliation, there's a deepening of this connection, etc. Beautiful. Creativity almost jumps out, looks like a bit like the Wheel of Fortune here. Four of Voices. Keep dreaming, keep holding that vision. Manifesting. Oh, lovely. Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation, struck by love. This is really nice. This is just about an energy, okay? And then we end with my life is not as together as it seems. It's interesting. So all these cards, so we'll start off with creativity. What jumped out to me is all these from these cards is a lot about for you, like what do you need to do to get the outcome that you want. There is a comment first on divine timing and a Wheel of Fortune and waiting for that energy shift, because we spoke about there is shift of energy that needs to happen, and there is. This may be in you, or it may just be in divine timing and energy shift where it feels like the universal energy kind of is with you once again, and we can move forward more with this connection, and it begins to move faster, and there's some kind of breakthrough that happens, because there's a doorway here as well, which is like a transitional phase. Creativity is about being tapped into that energy of understanding that this is what's part of the process, and not sinking into self-doubt and not sinking into that the universe isn't with you and isn't supportive of you, because this is the connection here, yeah. And it all this good stuff is happening that we see. It almost looks like a fantastical scene, doesn't it, with rainbows. The sun is bursting from behind the sky. We've got a hot air balloon. We've got a gateway, like a doorway, sorry, into the next phase of this relationship. It's like the promise that almost that everything that you want is coming, is on its way to you. With this tarot card, the Four of Voices, we just need to hold the vision. There's no actually action here, because the Four of Voices is about rest and recuperation, so more about slowing down, slow living, soft life. So if you've been pushing too hard in some areas of your life, try to slow down. And it's very useful in manifesting to almost kind of like slow living really aligns with manifestation, because we are allowing the universe to do a lot of the work, and we're not forcing the situation. We're in an energy of trust and stillness, if that makes sense. We have these roses here, which represents romance. This person is taking a bath, is chilling, is holding this vision. And that vision that they are seeing, I think, is this picture. Yeah, that makes sense. This is kind of everything that you desire, the outcome that you hope for, this being this position. What can you do to get the outcome you want? Here it is. It's just, and that's what you hold, that vision. Okay, no action, just a shift in energy is what you're waiting for. Because then we have confirmation of that. Cupid's arrow has struck, will strike, have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation, struck by love. Yeah, all good stuff. Then my life is not as together as it seems. Maybe this is something that you're worried about, maybe about being perceived by this person, in that your life is not as together as it seems. This feels like some kind of negative thinking or an idea that needs to be released again. Maybe it's on that train track thought, that thought track, sorry, that like you have to do more. My life is not us together. It seems as if you have to kind of work like crazy or run around kind of working really hard to get your life in order and get your life together, whatever that would mean, whatever somehow that would help in the connection. We need to do something different. We need to make sure that we look perfect in our life, present the perfect life so that this person will love us, which is not true. We need to do all this. Instead, we need to actually slow down, go easier, be softer with ourselves, ruminate on the good feelings, ruminate on the vision that we're holding. Let's move on. So we look to the final placement, which is the future outcome of the connection. Where is the connection headed? What's the likely outcome based on current energies? Where will we end? There we go. We will end with love. Just like this card says, have faith, love is coming. Gorgeous. This person is just meditating, yeah? This person is still. They are actively sort of meditating here, manifesting this in like universal light and spirit here, if you can see. Oof, we have a tower moment. So some people freak out when we see this, okay? But the tower moment, I feel like, it's just the old stuff that we no longer need, that is not aligned with us, being shifted out. Now it can be quite sudden actually, so this is the kind of sharp intake of breath from this card energy, is just that when this change comes, really to allow this love in, okay, it sweeps out, can sweep out dramatically what no longer aligns with us, okay? So you're consistently holding this space, bringing this in, and then the tower goes, yeah, okay, let's make this happen, and shifts out. So whatever the block is, if there's external blocks, they'll break down. If there's internal blocks, they will also break down. So when this is happening, because this is coming, remember that this is ushering in love, okay? The love that you want, the love that you are manifesting and that you desire. So remember that when this tower moment happens, because it can be quite disruptive, it can be quite stressful. So whatever that means to you, what would that look like in your life? It could just be walls being broken down inside of you. Or it can be something external somehow that is sweeping out any blocks, the road between you and this person, you and this love. Ship, a continuation of this tower energy, cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression and arriving, all very much like tower energy there. Things moving out that no longer sit with you, serve you, align with you. People, places, things, group number 3, okay? With them and with you. Interesting. Comment with what those things might be for you, group number 3. I'd be interested. What needs to go out? What needs to be removed in order to let this love in, external or internally? And then we have this message, it was my fault, but I blamed you. So this feels like some kind of healing from mistakes that were made, some accountability is what comes through with this as well. So we see some mistake has been made here, because there's this pain, there's this fear of abandonment, we've touched on, for some of you, someone trying to make up for mistakes that they've made, and finally maybe saying these words, an admission of guilt, an accountability, and then we can heal. Yeah, the healing, when someone, we can't heal really until someone, the relationship can't heal really until someone can admit the mistakes that they've made and own them, apologize for them, and then the healing process can begin. Yeah. For those of you moving into, say, like a new connection, you could still have some mistakes that are made as this relationships deepen, or it could be some kind of resolution about past baggage that we've seen, about old wounds, somehow understanding your own journey, your own healing journey more, and seeing again, so kind of like owning what's happened and being able to begin the process of healing here. So yeah, this card just talks about accountability. Seems to tie in with this Tower energy. Old stuff again, that's some old stuff that needed to be cleared out there. So some real intensity here, some big feelings. Need to hold strong to navigate this. And then we end in this, there's quite a dramatic ending here, but it is also bringing through what you want. So watch out for that, group number 3. But wishing you all the best with you and your person. If you did enjoy this reading, please do give me a thumbs up. Like I say, leave any comments down below about how this resonates for you, and please do subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll be notified for all future uploads. But wishing you, like I say, all the best with you and your person, group number 3. Love and light.